Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay and welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. Now, at the end of last episode, I said I would spend some time thinking about what the next milestone is that I want to pursue, and after having given it some thought, the answer was actually pretty obvious. We're not going to do it in this episode, maybe not even necessarily in the next episode, just because I've completely forgotten how to do it. Like, I've made notes on how to do this, but what I'm talking about is we need to ascend the 3 new classes that were added, and let me just show you where those achievements are. They're in the character achievements, so 3 new specializations were added in the 2.0 update: the Antiquarian, the Mermaid, and the Mesmerist. We need to ascend them as just... it's part of the achievements in the game. It's also part of the achievements that we need to do before we can unlock extra anointment slots for the Royal. So certainly before we start playing as the Royal, we would have to have that done. But like I said, I don't want to do it right now. I want to kind of just... I want to have another few episodes where we're just freewheeling, just going around finding cards. One thing I want to do before I start ascending is I want to complete the effigy card set. The effigy card set, which frustratingly we're just one off from completing, and... the reason I want to do the effigy card set is that it'll give us another little bit of indirect damage reduction, and indirect damage reduction I think is going to help us out a lot. It's going to give us an extra little bit of cushion in cases our defenses start to fail. It'll give us another bit of like a chance to survive, and you know, anything you can do to beef up your indirect damage reduction I think is gonna be a good thing. So I think that's gonna be the progression we will do. First we'll complete the effigy card set. Actually, let's take a look at all of the card sets that we've started but haven't yet finished, and see which of those would also be useful. Now, the Calamnair card set also feels like it would be good because I think this would translate into our creatures having more health, which not only equals more survivability but also more damage given how we've set ourselves up. Cataclysm, and that's not really that valuable. Denizen is also not really that useful. Effigy we've looked at. Exotic, that's good to have, but not really gonna help us out against the God Gauntlet that you have to run in order to ascend the different classes. Debuffs have a chance to... I mean, this seems pretty good. Like, just as a general thing to have, but out of the ones, I don't know. Not the most useful. Lucanian, more attack and intelligence, that doesn't seem that great. Marionette, a chance to take another turn. This could be pretty good. You wouldn't rely on necessarily a 6% chance proccing, but every once in a while, if, I don't know, your creature that's raising your other creature's stats gets to take another turn, it could be good. A chance to avoid instant kill effects. I don't know how many of the gods have instant kill effects. I think Aneltha does, but Aneltha is also pretty easy to beat, so there's that as well. Spell jugglers deal more damage for each equipped permanent spell gem that belongs to another class. I mean, that seems good. Seems good. One thing that's worrying me a little bit is there are 356 cards we haven't found yet, according to what we're being told the new card album is. And out of those, let's add up all of these cards. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16, plus 1 is 17. I'm only seeing 17 cards out of the ones we found. Where the hell are the other 339 cards, I think? Where the hell are they? Because let's look at our bestiary. There are only 25 more creatures to find. I assume most of them are going to be exotics. Let's sort by... Can we sort them by card owned? No, we can't. Let's just sort them by race for now. And let's go through until we see creatures that we don't have cards for. Now, I don't know, man, maybe... Do avatars now also have cards? I don't know, man. Something... You know what? That's gonna be what we're gonna try and figure out this episode. We may not be able to figure out this episode, but at least we figured out that there is a mystery to solve here. That there's something funny going on with the card album. There's something fishy going on with the card album. Like, we know dumplings have cards. They are rare creatures that have cards. But, like, do exotics have cards? That would explain a lot. If they did, there's a lot of them. Do avatars have cards? Do Godspawn creatures have cards? I don't know, man. I don't know. Something funny is going on, and I don't know if I like it. Anyway, I think that's enough talking. Let's jump in and let's see what we can make happen in this episode. Let's see, do we have to do anything with our other stuff? No, I think we'll just keep going with this Rune of Prophecies until we hand in the training mission, and then we'll see where that lands us. Alright, boys. Alright, boys. Let's jump in. Let's jump in. Again, apologies, I think I've got a... It's not that I have a cold, it's just that I was up really late last night and haven't gotten enough sleep, and whenever I haven't gotten enough sleep, my throat is always a little bit... I always sound like I have a cold when I either wake up too early or if I don't get enough sleep. Why did I not get enough sleep last night? There was some quarterly tax stuff that I had forgotten to do. And there's no reason specifically that I had to do it last night, but I don't know, I just it was one of those things where, like, you feel the urge to complete some specific task, and then you don't stop until it's done, and then you're just in a sort of fugue state, and then you don't even realize how much time has passed. So it's up to, like, past 1 AM on that, and then woke up at my normal time. And I'm recording this in the morning. I'm recording this during my week off. It's not even that late, it's like 10 AM right now. I mean, I was up until 1 a.m. doing the tax thing, but then I was up for like another hour or so. Ooh. Oh, dude, is that the last effigy card? It's the final effigy card. There's too much happening. But let me just finish this thought, because I just realized I may have misled you, but not on purpose. So I actually got pretty close to 8 hours of sleep last night. So it's not that I didn't get enough sleep, it's that I have so much accumulated fatigue from earlier in the week that I still feel tired right now. But I forced myself to get up because, I don't know, man, I was like, this is if I stay in bed too long, then that's gonna ruin my sleep cycle. I don't know. Clearly I'm struggling with this whole sleep situation, but you know, we'll see how this goes. Since I have the whole week off, if I also feel like garbage tomorrow morning, then I'll maybe give myself permission to sleep for an extra couple hours, or to stay in bed for another couple hours. Because once you wake up, you can't really, like, properly go back to sleep, right? At least that's what I feel. Anyway, that's a thing for me to figure out. One awesome thing that just happened is we did finish the effigy card set. So that means we're gonna be well placed to do the Ascensions. We could do it next episode, but do we want to? I'll think about it. I will think about it. 403 is pretty good. Alright. What's going on with these guys? They were Gorgons. I know some of the Gorgons avoid. Okay, so oh yeah, we have less indirect damage. So we're basically only killing people via the Star Pact. Right? No, that's why we brought it on. So do we need to do Pando Shrines? We don't, but I'll do this anyway, because it could summon like it can do some pretty good stuff. It can give you emblems, it can give you a fight against Pandemonium enemies. Oh, now this is gonna fucking suck, dude. What a stupid fight. Man, come on. I needed to bring Wormhole back. Hang on. Wait, hang on. Why don't I have Wormhole? And didn't I equip spell gems on my? I'm so confused, dude. I'm so confused. What? Did I not equip spells? Or did I equip the spell gems and then did I, like, Control Alt Delete for some reason? Hang on. Something's funny. And I don't mean funny, haha. Yeah, something spooky has been going on with the game. Mysterious occurrences. What happened to my Wormhole? Let me look at my spell gems. So, let's look at my let's look at our creatures. So you are a Phase Knight. I think Phase Knights are sorcery creatures, but let me just confirm that. So Phase Knight is indeed sorcery. So let's look at my sorcery spell gems. Man, not their base class. I want yeah, we have a wormhole, a sorcery wormhole. We probably also had, I don't know, morph, mutagen maybe? I don't know. So we had spells equipped on that guy that have been unequipped. And that's why our mimics are not able to cast Wormhole, because we no longer have an ethereal wormhole for them to cast. And that is why our mimic loop somehow got broken. Alright. Alright. We gotta get through this. This master fight, whenever we find it, is gonna be pretty annoying because it's gonna be pretty annoying because the fermented hops isn't gonna do anything. So enemies have less indirect damage. And no other defensive realm effects, but having our indirect damage essentially completely taken away is not a good spot to be in. And these master fights are like quasi boss fights, so you know, if you don't have a good setup for them, I think this is the master, yeah, the white master. If you don't have a good setup for them, it can be pretty rough. This one wasn't as bad as some of the trash mob fights, though, so maybe I'm just getting a little bit too worked up over nothing. So we're gonna enchant the sorcery wormhole with a death transformation. Are there any other sorcery things that we would like to make death? We already have Time Walk, right? We've got Time Walk, we got Greater Dispel. We could give this guy Wormhole as well. But I want to give Wormhole to... I want to give Wormhole to... you? Is there anything else we want? Maybe Life Orb? Antidote. No. Astral Dimension. Clayman? Yeah. It's gotta be Clayman. We have Clayman though, right? No, we lost Clayman. No, so we definitely need Clayman. Now, Clayman is a chaos spell, I do believe. Let's enchant... yeah, disenchant the sorcery and enchant it with death. So give you Clayman. Where is it? Where is it, dude? There it is. So, cast an extra target, or let's just do casts twice and is generous. There we go. And now, what other spell do we have in that guide? I don't remember. I think what we should do is we should just keep playing, and then if there's some specific spell that it feels like we need, then we'll come back, and then we'll add it. But, excuse me, now what should happen is, I'll show you our Mimic macro. Because right now, this is the macro we have. Now, Wormhole is part of this macro, but because we lost the Wormhole, like ethereal Wormhole that I think we were relying on this guy to have, we just never had that. And then everybody else has the macro that if it's ahead of you, can skip the turn. Alright. Alright. So now our party should be fixed up. It was probably just me forgetting to re-equip the spell gems after the fusion that I gave to creature number 5. Alright. Oh, I had 360s. I had 365. I need to slow down. Why am I... Dude, why am I... in such a... I really need to slow down. I think after this, I'm gonna make myself a nice cup of coffee. And I'm just... well, maybe coffee isn't the best thing to be drinking, but I need to just, like, relax for the rest of the day and just not do anything. Because I do have the whole week off. I need to, like, remember what time off is supposed to feel like. Because I feel like at some point I lost the plot. Now, I think it was... This is gonna give us piety. Yes, I did remember. Do we need to do... We don't need to do Riddle Dwarves. Nevertheless... I'll talk to you. This is the Overgrown Temple. Okay. We are gonna complete the buried treasure objective as well, because we have a realm quest to do it. Alright. Now our indirect damage is working again. Alright. Hey, it's raining. It's raining torrents again. God, this is... It only shows it on that screen, though. On the combat screen. Does it... I don't think it shows that on the main screen. Which is why it's easy to miss, because when you're on the combat screen, you're only on the combat screen for like a couple seconds. And then you're gone. But yeah, that's so funny, man. Alright. Let's find this buried treasure. I don't think we've found the map yet, so first we're gonna have to find the map. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay. Got chance to resist damage. Which is kind of garbage. Kind of garbage. But what are you gonna do? Alright. Ooh, it's the Dumpling Master. Oh no, it's not the Dumpling Master, it's the Mimic Master. Alright. That's our 22nd win against you. We've got 3 mimics in our party, so it's good to it's good to encounter that guy. 239. We'll destroy that when we're done with this round. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think we're done. So let's head home. And I think we might be handing in our Rune of... Nah, we'll do... I should have probably killed these chaos creatures. No. We needed to hand in a training mission as well. Oh, but the training mission is ready to be handed in. Oh, well, I fucked up. Well, in that case, hang on. Let me just quickly crush the stone. And let's just quickly... kill these chaos creatures. And are there any chaos creatures whose card we need? Let's find the candle first. Oh my god, fuck off, dude. Okay. Yeah, let's just be really quick with this realm. In and out, just eye animation, that's a duplicate. Just in and out. And we'll see what we can do. Alright. So we want chaos creatures whose card we don't have. Like, I don't know, man. Are there exotic creatures whose cards you can have? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm clearly at a loss. I feel like if there were exotic cards, we would have found at least one by now, right? Surely? Or like, if there are god spawn cards or avatar cards. Alright. Well, treasure. We need to avoid this fucking... Oh my god, I was moving away from this motherfucker, dude. Get fucked. So stupid. Let's take out Myrtle. The fuck is this guy doing, man? Spell Juggler, right? Trapezist, is that a new card? Nope, it's a duplicate. Well, that sucks. If it had been a new card, it would have completed the set. So, whatever. Whatever, man. Yeah, okay, that's the Chaos Creatures killed. Alright, let's kill you, I guess. No reason to really stay... in this realm. But these constructs are seeming like they're pretty annoying. So maybe I don't want to be getting into any optional combat. Yeah, they're doing stuff at the start of combat, which is pretty annoying. So let's just leave. Let's hand in our stuff, and let's first of all do this. I didn't want you to have the hunt. I guess there's no avoiding that. Alright, so now with I think 10 lines completed, we're gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save and continue. Turn in my rune. 10 lines completed. This is fine so far. 2 raid missions though, that sucks. 3 buried treasures, 19 of those. Everything else seems fine. 4 Pando shrines. Okay. And we don't need to hand in our goblet. We don't need to hand in our goblet. Okay. So I guess we'll just start a raid mission. We're not going to be doing 2 raid missions, but just for the hell of it. And you know what? I'll start at Keyforge. And we gotta do some gambling. We gotta do some Kino. Siralim. And that's it. Alright. So let's do the long one first. Alright. Okay. Let's go. Let us go and continue on with this episode. And see what we can do. I think our first false god fight is going to be against Jotun. Okay, I should slow down, otherwise I am gonna screw this up. This is taking quite a while. Okay, finally I think I can feel like my body actually waking up, and the nasally, like I feel like I have a cold but I don't actually have a cold feeling subsiding, so hopefully that'll put a bit of a spring in my step for the rest of this episode. Alright, let's go. Let's go, boys. We gotta get things going. Let's do this. Yeah. Do we need to answer your questions? We don't. Alright. Nevertheless, I do know that Unsullied Meadows is Aeolian. So, alright, we'll do that. Once again, they have a chance to resist damage, which sucks. 225, we'll destroy that. Fucking Vulpes, man, in a cast additional times realm. Come on. How many? I feel like we've come across like more Vulpes enemies than is reasonable in this episode. Alright, come on. Come on, guys. Oh, the weather effect here is interesting. Like, are those leaves falling, or just like random lights? Yeah, like, you can see it in the unexplored part of the map more clearly because of the contrast. I think they are leaves. That's kind of pretty. I like that. $562, but only one trait. Bombshell. It also has health, but only a tiny bit of health. But is that a good trait? More damage when it is not their turn. That is useful in a lot of builds, but we don't really make use of creatures attacking when it's not their turn. So I'm just gonna dodge that guy. Actually, you know what? I'll kill that guy because we're gonna try and get some candle kills in this realm as well. So we've got to get 19 of those. We've got to kill a lot of chaos, a lot of nature, not that much life, and a lot of sorcery. So nature, sorcery, chaos. Nature, sorcery, chaos. It'll be a little bit annoying to do it in a realm where enemies are having a chance to avoid our damage, but you know what? We'll get over it. Where is this candle? Left? Nope. There's the master. Alright. Alright. I think we're coming to where the candle should be. There we go. So lots of chaos, lots of sorcery. Was it chaos and sorcery? Well, what was it? What was it? It was lots of sorcery, lots of nature. Alright. Noted. Sorcery and nature. So let's just get some. And then nature, we can do, I don't know, Guardian? Oh. You cannot... Oh, the Guardian is the special creature for the mermaid. I see. So, I guess instead of a Guardian, we'll just get some of these Elementosaurs. Alright, let's this is not a great realm to be doing this in. For several different reasons. We've only gotten 3. Yeah, this is a horrible realm for this. This is a terrible realm for this. So what I'll do is I'll just summon some more of these, and if we can find any of them along the way. Okay, so I think these are supposed to be gems falling from the sky, and not leaves. Which would make sense, given the aesthetics of the place we're in. Alright. We're just gonna kill these enemies, and then I think we're just gonna go. Because I'm not gonna, like, run around this realm. But I say that, and then I'm immediately running around this realm. But after these guys, I think we're just gonna go. I think we're just gonna go. Yeah, that would... Yeah, this is a pretty horrible realm for this. So we're just gonna head home. We're gonna hand in our pilgrimage. We're gonna start another one. I think we skipped level 80 for Meraxes and went straight to level 81. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Codex, I'm going to go to Blessings of the Gods. And we're going to see what the Meraxes level 80 bonus was. Treasure from Hunter's Lodges. Maybe we'd seen that before, but... if we did, we've now seen that again. There's also another stone we needed to destroy. I think it was 225. Yes. Are there any others? No. So let's just quickly... 225... Alright. Alright, boys! Let's now take on Eoten. And then we gotta set a bounty against Nebodar after that. Alright, let's get this done. 7 debuffs is fine. Immune to attack damage is fine. Loses less stats is fine. Alright. You're actually a mimic. Now you're dead. Alright. Hang on a second. I want to check something. Hang on a second. There are 1,361 creatures. How can there be more cards than there are creatures? Excuse me? There's clearly something wrong. How can there be... here I'm thinking, oh, like, the if you add up all the remaining cards for the sets we haven't completed, it falls short of 1,004. How can there be more cards in the card album than there are creatures in the game? Unless, well, there could be cards for things that aren't creatures. Like, there could be cards for NPCs, there could be cards for the different nether bosses, maybe. They could have their own cards. The false gods could have their own cards. I'm not doing that. I guess I'll give you this. And I guess I'm gonna give you this. And I'm just gonna dive in. Ah, no, it was Jotun. I could have given him the 5% thing. So I missed out on like 10%. I keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting. That's okay, though. Alright, let's just do a greater dispel. You can provoke. You can wormhole you. Everybody else can just do their macro. Alright. Alright. Any second now, he should be ending the battle. Yep. Alright, enemies I don't. Let's just take a random one. $6,000 Nature Guild rep is fine. -1 animated paintbrush chase time. Doesn't that mean that the paintbrush is just gonna instantly give us the reward? If that's the case, that would be pretty good. Alright. Alright. Yes, there's something funny with the card album. It might just be like a bug. It might just be that instead of, like, it was a typo, and instead of 1,482, it needs to be like 1,182. Because I don't know, it's not making sense right now. How can there be more cards in the game than there are creatures? Because look at this. There are 1,361 total creatures, and this includes non-summonable creatures like the treasure golem, and like the herbling and the animatus. Even if we assume all of those creatures that previously didn't have cards now also have cards, that still leaves more than 100 cards accounted for. Now, even if we assume all of the 30 nether bosses now also have cards, that's still quite a few things unaccounted for. And there aren't that many false gods, even if we assume all of those guys have cards. That's still it's still a lot, right? It's still a whole hell of a lot that are unaccounted for. So let's do chaos. Let's do chaos, nature, sorcery. So chaos, nature, and then we'll make some room. And then we'll do... Well, we gotta kill like 5 creatures, I think. Yeah, this is a better realm for farming in, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that it took me this long to realize that. And specifically the detail about how there are more cards in the album than there are creatures in the game. Right? That should have been a dead giveaway that either there's a typo or there's something about the card album that is not responding to what's in the game right now. Maybe it's what the card album is going to be after the next few updates roll out. You know, like the next bunch of creatures are introduced to the game, and then that'll flesh it out, give us a few hundred more. We done? We are done, okay. Right, so we can't go to the next realm just yet. We have to set a new bounty, and we'll do it against Nebudar. And then we can go. Alright. Alright, Nebudar, you're going down. Yeah, Nebudar only has 3 specializations that he gives anointments for, which is one reason why I think previously we were running out of anointments to pick up from him. Oh, we got 364 and I botched it. There's just too much on my mind right now. This card album mystery has just again, man. I really need to slow down. Even though it's extra traits, I'm gonna take it because I feel like we wasted enough time. Yeah. Extra traits and chance to resist damage. Miserable combination. Alright. But even though it's a miserable combination, we are still going to you know, do a lot of this optional combat as well, because we can get treasure out of it. I won't do all of the optional combat, just because some of it is probably going to be just annoying. Champion creatures sucks. Thunder Salamander is a duplicate. Yeah, and duplicates... Yeah, obviously it makes sense that duplicates don't count towards your card album. I don't know, something's suspicious. Alright. That's this realm done. But we're not done with the realm. There's a... We want to complete the mini quest because it gives you... Really? What? Oh. For some reason, I... Well, no. I tapped my controller accidentally and instead of attacking, my creatures were just inspecting the enemy. Which is pretty funny. Alright. Nothing happens. Don't care. You are the Space Cat Master, and now you're dead. That is our 9th victory against the Space Cats, so we'll be getting an achievement for that shortly. There we go. Let's go to the left. Alright, let's go to the right. Let's do this. That was really annoying. Resources from Ark. Oh god, that is useless, and we're gonna stay the hell away from that protected elite. We're done with this realm. We're done with this realm. Let's go to a new realm. 452, really nice. Alright. Alright. Alright, people. Let's, I'll talk to you. Elf Cleric is, nature, I think. Alright. Let's see what we can get done in this realm. Useless netherstone. Oh, we're gonna get a skin. That's pretty good. This is a Apis skin called Terrible. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Okay. Skin. That's only our second Apis skin, and this one looks really nice. Flaming red mane, I guess? Do bulls have manes? Like whatever the hair on their head is called, and like in between the horns, and armor plated as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And are all the enemies in this realm Apises? Maybe they are. No, there are other enemies. And we'll hit these slimes because I'm pretty sure they're going to give us treasure. Pretty sure, yep. Alright. Let's go down. Sky Cataclysm. Is that a new card? Yes, it is. Only 2 more Cataclysm cards remain. Let's take out the Maniac Master. Alright. Let's go down. Yoink this. This is gonna suck. Ooh. But they didn't have the bad one that gives them the staggered healing. So we got through that Nephilim fight. We're pretty lucky to get through that fight as quickly as we did. Alright. Uh, 274, we'll have to get rid of that. That is the realm quest done, but there should be at least 1 more of those sewer grate bosses. Oh, okay, cool. And we got a bit of treasure out of you. A little bit of treasure out of you, and what do we got down here? If there's the other boss. Take out this chocolate paragon. Forge mission ready to hand in. Do we need to hand in any missions? Like at all? Well, we need to complete this, and then we can stop handing in missions, unless we want to try to do the 2 raid missions. But that's going to be not really worth doing. So I guess we will hand in whatever missions we're carrying right now. Right. Let's head home. There was a nether stone I had to destroy. I think it was a 274. Yes. Let's quickly crush that. Let's hand in to start a new, I don't know, training mission, I guess. And we got another boss fight against a Nerlix. I think Nerlix is fine for us to just fight without doing anything special. We'll see though. $370 is gonna be good enough. Alright. And enemies are all fused with the Purgast, which means they're all gonna have the exact same color scheme. 179, I'm gonna have to destroy that. Alright, who are you? You are the Stag Master. And it is really pretty when enemies are fused with something that, like when they all have the same fusion palette color, because they're all fused with the same creature. Because the Purgast is one of those creatures in the game that is its own race. Like there's only, like it's a special creature type. So there's no other creature in that race. I'll just show you the Purgast. There we go. Yep. So the top has the name of the creature, then below that to the left you have the class, to the right you have the race. So the Purgast, it's called the Purgast and the race is the Purgast. It is the only creature in that race. And all of the creatures are fused with it. That's why you see that like gray-ish color palette on all the enemies. Gray and a bit of purple, right? The Purgast does have those purple claws. Got another nether stone to destroy. Alright. Alright. We do need to find buried treasures, so I will look for this one. Alright. Alright. What's this? Yoink this. Alright, nothing there. Down and around. Alright. This is... The layout of this realm is pretty bad, but what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, and I guess the realm is inhabited by these creatures. So there are no other creature types. Alright. Alright. Have we found the buried treasure? We have, okay, so we can leave. We can leave. Another Arbiter card, that's a duplicate, but thank you all the same. Oh, easy. Where's the exit? No, there's the exit. So we got a few things to do back at home. 179, and then there's another one, 201. But is there another one? Yeah, I guess that's it. So let's just get rid of these. Alright. Do this. Start another... I think I'm gonna do a... just a hunt mission, and then we're just gonna hold on to... these, whatever missions we complete until we finish this Rune of Prophecies. .363 is gonna be good. Oh my god, what the... Where's... So this is gonna be annoying. Ghoul's Grip is obviously death. This is gonna be annoying. Because it takes a lot of time. Especially if these guys start giving you extra turns, but looks like we'll get through them pretty quickly. And maybe we'll get some good loot. We didn't even get any loot. What a scam. So you are gonna do slots. Hey, look at that, we won something. But we didn't get any treasure out of that. Alright, well that was a bit underwhelming, but what are you gonna do? Alright. Alright. We're gonna... Oh my god. We're gonna have to do something to make sure our creatures are immune to confused. Because otherwise that's a... It's gonna be a bit of an issue. Greater Dispel. Greater Dispel, I guess. Did... I don't know. Some dumb stuff is happening, and I don't care for it. Let's get rid of you. Oh yeah, Hunter's Lodges give us a treasure now, so let's do these. Alright. Alright, let's go down and around, nothing there. Gotta find these obelisks. Oh god. That guy needs to stay the fuck away from me. Alright. Hang the fuck on. What is stopping me from casting? Is it a grimoire? Like, no, what was stopping me from casting a Greater Dispel? Is there a grimoire thing? Manually cast a spell? Man, fuck off, dude. Absolutely fuck off, dude. Fizzled, fuck off. This is such garbage. This is fucking garbage, dude. Yeah, I had a feeling some nonsense was going on. Alright, so... Another Nether Stone. Is that a new card? Let me just take a look at that. Take a look at the Marionette card set. It must be, because we only have one each of all of these. Alright. Get the fuck away from me, you piece of trash. Alright. And they're copying our spell gems. What a horrible combination of enemy properties. Just the fucking worst, dude. Fucking pieces of garbage trash. Alright. There's another exotic creature. Taken down. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Man, come on. Useless. There's a couple of obelisks. Alright. Let's lock in, because I think we're close to the end of this episode. There we go. So I'm gonna have to head home and get rid of another couple of nether stones. Let's go to the right. Let's go to the right. And we dodge this treasure golem, that's good. Oh, no. Let's head home. What do we need to destroy? $275, but then there was one more, right? 275, 344. Uh, 344. All right. Now we're not done yet. There's gonna be another couple of realms, I guess. But I think we'll still be making pretty good time. What time are we at? We're at 1 hour 14. I'm pretty sure the next realm is going to be the false god realm. Chance to... Okay. Chance to resist damage at 35%. If you're gonna have every single time it comes, I'm gonna listen. If you're watching this series, you should just make peace with the fact that every single time the realm property is chance to resist damage, I'm gonna complain about it every single time. If you're gonna have something like this in a game, it should cap out at 5%. because that matches up with D&D logic, right? The idea of the critical miss, or like a critically low roll, that no matter how good your attacks are, there's always a chance that you can fumble really badly. So you got a 5% like global chance in most cases of certain actions failing if you roll a natural 1. So if enemies are gonna have a chance to avoid damage that is just unskippable, unavoidable, it should cap out at the maximum it should go is 5%. Even 1%, 2% is... like, you're taking enough actions in this game that even 3% would be annoying, just because occasionally, like, you know, battles would last longer than they needed to for just no good reason, right? But 35%, it's just bad game design, man. There's just no possible argument to have this in the game. Whatever thing you think you're addressing, like, oh, there's certain builds, there's no way for me to punish them because the game has no way of, I don't know, testing, like, certain... like a build where you're just where players are just doing a lot of damage. There's no way for me to counter that. First of all, why are you countering that? You're just describing people playing the game well. There doesn't need to be a counter to that at all. And second of all, if you can't think of a way of countering that that doesn't involve just wasting the player's time, find a way to counter that that doesn't like artificially inflate the amount of time spent in battles that are just taking extra turns and not providing any, you know, entertainment or enjoyment, right? If you can't think of a way of doing that, then whatever you were trying to do was a dumb thing that you should just give up on, right? Just give up on it, remove these enemies from the game, and then make peace with the fact that whatever you were trying to accomplish was a stupid thing that should be left on the cutting room floor. Right? It's having this in the game just makes the game worse, right? Just fucking get over it. Alright. I know I'm sounding very harsh, I'm sounding very negative, but it's especially annoying, like, when you've just started playing, you have some reserve of patience, like, okay, like, if some nonsense happens in the first couple of minutes, whatever, you know. But if you're getting to the end of your session, you just want to close it out, you don't want any nonsense to be derailing you right at the very end. And then you get into a realm like we had previously. It just kills your mood. Okay, a duplicate card and a piece of crap netherstone. I'll just have him avoid damage, I guess, because I don't want to put him at the top of the timeline. That just introduces too much chaos into the equation. Alright. Alright. 7 debuffs. One of them might be confusion. Alright. Alright, people. We're almost done. Alright. Mysterious portal has appeared. Do you give me treasure? Let me... Let me just check whether you do. You do. Alright. So I guess those might be worth doing. Alright, Nebodar, let's just wrap this up. Alright, you can provoke. You can do Greater Dispel. And I don't know, just you can also provoke, I guess. Alright. The indirect damage we were taking was being annoying. Ooh, Echo. I think that might be a new card. Yes. I think that might be the exotic card set completed. Yes, it is. Now we've capped out the chance of getting treasure after every battle. Alright. And there are only 4 traits left. 4 anointments left. I'll just pick that one. And if we fight Nebodar 3 more times, he's not going to have any anointments left to give us. So let's maybe try and space out our last few fights against Nebodar. And I could hand in my assassination mission and start a new one, but I'm going to hold on to all of my missions until I'm ready to start the next Rune of Prophecies. Alright. I do need to find buried treasure. So I will look for it. Alright. There it is. Alright, Tomorrow is Amalgam Gardens. Alright, I think we're ready to just head home. And we're ready to just start wrapping up, because there's nothing more to be done in this realm, I do believe. Well, let's just check. Yep, that's it. Alright. Where's the exit? That's all the way there. Alright. 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 Now, just give me a moment. I just need to check something. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to check whether this was going to be a Tuesday or a Thursday episode. This is going to be a Tuesday episode. Should have probably checked that before I started recording. I am recording these a little bit in advance. Which means it's easy to lose track of where you are in the cycle. Anyway, let's set a new bounty. Let's do Jotun again. Start whittling down the anointments that he has to give us. Let me also take a look at just the anointment list and see how we are doing. We haven't picked up any animator anointments. Who gives the animator anointments? Is it... It might be like Saint Althea or somebody. Because it's odd that we haven't picked up a single one yet. Well, let's see how many of them we've completed. Blood Mage is done. Brewmaster is done. Kabbalist is almost done. Cleric is done. Demonologist is done. Evoker is done. Gladiator is done. Necromancer is done. And then there's quite a few of these that are close, right? Like, you know, 13 out of 15, 13 out of 16. And then those are the only ones that are, like, fully done. But a lot of them are getting pretty close. Some of them are obviously pretty far away, like the new ones that were added. We don't have a single mermaid anointment. We are very far off on the monk anointments, the toxicologist, spellweaver, sorcerer. This trio doesn't have that many. Rune knight. Obviously the new classes added, like the antiquarian. The animator, I think it must be like Saint Altair or somebody, because you'd think I would have picked up at least one of them by now, but I guess I haven't. Graveborn and Grove Tender as well. I think maybe Grove Tender, like animator, might have been recently opened up as an anointment possibility. But that's all fine. What we're gonna do now is let's just take a look at how we're doing on some of these achievements. Let's look at some of the realm achievements. We are at 43,677 resource nodes, and roughly double that for destructible objects. How are we doing on creature parts? 6.29. That's gonna be a very slow grind, but we'll grind it out. Don't even worry about it. How are we doing on this other stuff? Well, we're slowly like making little bits of trickle progress on Resurrector and Master of Minions, but it'll really only be when we have when we specifically going to grind out these achievements that we'll get them done. Because for Resurrector, I have a specific plan. For Master of Minions, I have a specific plan, but I don't want to get into it just yet. Not just for like a couple random achievement points. And then like Serial Killer, that's another one of those that you just get for playing the game a lot. Is there anything else I wanted to look at? Oh yeah, let's just look at the Rune of Prophecies achievements and how we're doing on those. Oh, we're getting close to the 10 million glamour achievement. That'll be nice. We have 2,739 prophecy lines and 370 overall runes of prophecy. All right, and we're still going through the competent blank achievements as well. Okay, well, I think that's a good summary of what we've done. And what I'm gonna do in between this episode and next episode is I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's going on with this card album. Because something is clearly off. And I might even look this up. What I'll do is, at the start of next episode, if I found anything out, and this is gonna be a Tuesday episode, so on the coming Thursday, you know, on this Thursday, for this Thursday's episode, if I have found out what's going on with the card album, I will let you know if it's a glitch or if it's just some mysterious card set that only becomes available later. We'll see what I've unearthed then. For now, though, we do have to wrap up, and it is time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, and hope you will join me this Thursday for the next episode in Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And until then, take care.